Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's AJ, and hopefully your Black History Month is going wonderfully. Hey. Um, so good morning. Hopefully you've already come up with 5 things that you're grateful for. If not, pause the video, please, and go ahead and write it down in your notebook. I'm an advocate for writing it down, so please do so. But if you don't have the time or don't have the utensils to write it down, then go ahead and put it on your phone, set it as a reminder. Anything that's going to have you looking at it and remind you throughout the day why you're doing this, your why, and to make you happier and put you in that more positive mindset, because it's that positivity, that mindset shift that's going to make the biggest difference in your life. So let's get started. This episode is going to be about Butcherbox. So I know I've spoken about it thousands of times by now. Like, I literally love Butcherbox, and I've only had like 4 boxes thus far. But I am a big advocate of it. So I found out about Butcherbox through Tom Bilyeu. And if you guys never watched my videos back before in 2019, you will know, well, if you did watch it, you will know that I'm a huge Tom Bilyeu fan. Like, that man has put me on game to a lot of people, to a lot of personal development. He has helped me get the drive. Like, I have to meet him one day. Like, it was him and Evan Carmichael. I met Evan Carmichael and went to one of his events in Detroit. But yeah, I got to go to a Tom Bilyeu event, and I have to speak with him like one-on-one, because he needs to know the what clicked in my mind, and he helped me. He exposed me to that. His show, Impact Theory, exposed me to what I needed to get myself out of depression at that point in time, to, really progress and take inventory and look at myself and realize, like, I'm not maximizing my potential as a person and as a citizen of the world. Like, so yeah, but I digress. Sorry. So I found out about Butcherbox through Tom Bilyeu's Impact Theory show. That was a sponsor for him. So I'm like, okay, what is this Butcherbox stuff? But, after so many times watching the ad, I'm like, it is what it is. Everybody's sponsored. I'm not really paying attention. And I came blind to it. And then I got my baby on the grass-fed whole milk thing, and I was ketoing out, and one of the main things about keto that I was hearing, the negative things, is that it's causing heart disease. And I'm like, I want something that's not going to give me heart disease, but keto was starting to work for me over some time, because I had to try it a few times in order for, me to get it right, stick to it. So I had tried it a few times, and I'm like, I'm starting to feel this keto movement, but heart disease? Nah, I don't want that. So I started looking into, alternatives for it. And I'm like, conventional meat is trash. Like, I'm sorry, but they put antibiotics and all types of stuff in these meats and inject it with steroids just to make it fatter, just to maximize the, the monetary value of it, all that. But you're killing us in the meantime, like giving us cancers and heart disease and all types of stuff. So what can I do to where I can enjoy the meat and it still be antibiotic and hormone free and non-GMO and all that jazz? And I was looking at grass-fed meats. So I'm like, okay, I like this. And, I was already on the wild caught movement as far as my seafood. Because I saw some expose on seafood markets and the farms that they raise this, and I was like, oh my God, no. Wild caught everything. I cannot. So nah. But the meats, like my beefs and, chicken and all that stuff, well, sometimes at the store, but when you're at the store and you see a $13 pack of chicken breasts and an $8 pack of chicken breasts, and one of them is like, oh, we injected with a little bit of salt water, and I'm like, we're gonna go for this $8. Like, so, but now I'm more so like, okay, this is for my health. I rather, and not only my health, but my child. So I rather invest in our health for the long term and, shell out a few dollars extra than have to shell out thousands of dollars on healthcare later, and try to reverse whatever I got from eating unhealthy and being cheap before. So that's just my take on it. So again, I started looking at grass-fed meats. And I started deciding, I decided at that moment that I wanted to go to our local butcher. So I found this dope butcher place in Ferndale. And I think I made a video on it. Yeah, I did. I made a video on it, and I promoted them and everything. It was cool. And they had like a cheese shop attached to it. It was really nice. But one thing that I didn't like about it was that the only thing actually that I didn't like about it was that their meats were grass fed, but they were grain finished. So there are two types of grass fed animals. You have the grass fed grass finished, and you have grass fed grain finished. So with the grass fed grain finished for most of the animal's life is grass fed. Fine. They're supposed to graze on grass. That's what they love. That's what they eat. That's nature. But towards the end of their life, to the last like 30 to 60 to maybe 90 days, they'll feed them grains to fatten them up real quick before they sell them. So grains are inflammatory. Big news, everybody. So they're very inflammatory, and they're inflammatory to animals and us humans. So when you eat an inflamed animal, all that inflammation is going into your body. That you are what you eat? No, it's legit. It's legit. So you're eating an inflamed animal, and you're ingesting that, and it's inflammatory to your own body. And your immune system starts to kick in. And now your immune system has to fight all this other stuff. And then you are more vulnerable to getting sick because it's too busy trying to, fight the foods and all the antibiotics and all that stuff and the grains and whatever. All the chemicals in the grains. Roundup. Talking about you, Roundup. That can cause cancer in a human and in animals. So yeah, let's stop with the grain finished stuff. But that's to maximize the bottom line. Their dollars, their money. So I realized that they were grain finishing animals, and although the meat was significantly better tasting and it handled better than the, grain fed, grain finished animals, I still want it better. So I'm like, where can I get fully organic, fully grass fed, grass finished stuff? And I was watching another Time Billion video, and he's like, this video is sponsored by Butcherbox. And I'm like, I remember about that. I remember he was talking about that before. Let me check Butcherbox out. And at first, I saw the price, and I was like, ooh, maybe later. And I clicked off there because they have two plans. One of them is for $149, and the other is like $239 or $225 or maybe $249. I don't remember the second plan because I have such a small family. I just looked at the $149 plan. So with that, you get 6 cuts of meat, 6 cuts. And you get to decide whichever one you want. Now, when you first start your account, they tell you, do you want an all chicken or all chicken and beef or all, pork or beef and pork? And you can pick your combo, or you can pick create custom box. I picked create custom box because it depends on the month and what I still have from last month that can roll over. And I don't always need the same thing. And with that, it's a subscription. So once you purchase your first box, it will renew every month unless you skip the month or you cancel. They also have these promotions going on. Like I signed up for $25, a one-time payment of $25 on top of my $149. I got bacon for life. So for the length of my subscription, or me being a customer, every box I gets an extra pack of bacon. Because I already order bacon in my boxes anyway. But their packs are a little, it's only like 10 pieces of bacon in there. And I run through that quick. So, yeah, I usually want 2 packs of bacon. But I'm not going to, waste 2 of my meat selections on bacon. I'm only doing 1. So, for the $25, yeah, I'll shell out $25 for an extra pack of bacon for all my boxes from now on. So, yeah, I like that deal. And they have recipes. They have everything. So far I've tried their ground beef, amazing. Their ground pork. I usually don't eat ground pork like that. So I'm learning how to make my own breakfast sausage. And if you guys have any seasoning recipes for that, please comment down below. Because I'm still trying to, tweak it a little bit and whatnot. So I know sage will make your breakfast sausage A1, okay, and a little bit of red pepper flakes, and I use like thyme, a little bit of rosemary, some brown sugar, but I need that right mix, okay, the right mix. So, but If you know, comment down below. But yeah, ground pork, ground beef, bacon, obviously. I'm a bacon lover. What else have I tried? There, wild caught Alaskan sockeye salmon. Look, that salmon is delicious, okay? It's delicious. And they give you like a whole bag. So it's like, on average, 8 pieces of salmon in there. And it's not the whole thing. It's salmon cuts. So, just to let you know. But that's delicious. What else have I tried? Oh, their chicken. The chicken is immaculate. But sometimes I skip out on the chicken because that's easier to find organic in the grocery store. Go to Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or something like that. But I like everything being delivered to my door. I don't have to walk up the stairs carrying grocery bags. I don't have to walk through the store. You know, all I have to go to the store for now is sides for the most part. And if we run out of stuff, then I'll go and, you know, get some more meat or whatever. But for the most part, that lasts me for a whole month. And plus more, actually. And, oh, their steaks. Let me not forget my favorite thing, their steaks. I done tried the ribeye and their filet mignon. And, oh, my God. Listen, I have never been able to successfully make a steak stovetop. I always baked my steaks and broiled them and whatnot. But, baby, when I tell you, for the first time ever, I successfully butter basted a steak on the skillet, and that's all I do now. It doesn't cook the same as conventional steaks. The texture isn't the same. When I tell you that stuff melts like butter. Like, if y'all like steaks, like I love steaks, like that's one of my favorite foods. If y'all love steaks and have the respect for them like I do, then you need to try Butcherbox because the steaks alone is worth it. That filet mignon, oh my God. Yeah. Like, oh my God, it's so good. Y'all gotta try it. You have to try it. And that's the difference because the texture is so much more tender and it just falls apart and it cooks easier, it cooks faster. And you could tell the difference. It tastes healthier, but better, more flavorful. The meat is more marbled. And right now I'm just talking about the steaks, like as far as the marbling and whatnot. The ground beef. It took me a minute to get used to organic ground beef as to from conventional. And on top of that, I usually don't make ground beef from the store. I usually buy ground turkey from the store. So that's different as well. Ground beef, it took me a little minute to kind of get acclimated to that because I didn't like I don't like the texture of conventional ground beef. And also, sometimes it just doesn't taste right. It's too greasy and it's just like, I'm good. I'm okay on that. I'll get ground turkey. It's leaner as far as taste and it's not as greasy. But the ground beef from Butcherbox, that organic stuff, the taste is so much better. And yes, it could be off-putting at first because you're like, wow, this tastes like an animal. Like, yeah, it tastes like an animal. But at the same time, it's so much better. I'm telling you, it's so much better. So I definitely recommend trying Butcherbox. If you use my code, I will link my code on there. If you use my code, you get $30 off of your Butcherbox, and I get $30 off of my Butcherbox. So please use my code because you want that $30 off, and so do I, because I use it every month. So go ahead and check that out. And my daughter just walked in the house, so there's that. If you hear her talking, but check that out. Butcherbox is amazing. Their customer service is amazing. They're very swift and they're very efficient. Yummy, back up, please. Don't touch the light. Hi, baby. And yeah, so check out Butcherbox, guys. This is going to be a shorter video than normal, but check out Butcherbox and have a wonderful day. Ciao.